Well, hey guys, if you have oily skin, don't worry. There is some evidence on Peel Week that people who have oily skin, their skin may age a little bit slower, possibly because sebum, aka oil, has antioxidants that offer a protective effect against environmental stressors like ultraviolet radiation, infrared, pollution, all of those things that can prematurely age the skin. Now, when sebum is left on the skin, it can oxidize and become inflammatory, irritating. That's especially problematic for people who have acne-prone skin. That's why cleansing is so important, to remove built-up sebum residue. But the output of sebum, it may have an anti-aging effect. Keep on smiling. Sebum has vitamin E, and it also has coenzyme Q10, which is also present in the stratum corneum, and with age, Q10 levels decline. Sebum production also declines with age. I just do 3 drops of this. If you're new here, this is the Timeless Q10 serum. It also has matrixyl, 2 peptides of questionable relevance. I digress. But your lips have no sebaceous oil glands. I'm talking about the pink part. I'm not talking about the vermilion here, like the cutaneous lip. I'm talking about this. No oil glands, no hair follicles, no oil glands, no sweat glands. I mean, that's why you don't have hairy lips, or you shouldn't. And they're a lot more vulnerable to environmental stressors, for sure. Sun damage in particular, losing water, irritants penetrating. So they require a little extra TLC. And there's not much pigment there to protect the DNA and the skin cells from environmental stressors. The lips are pink in coloration because of the underlying blood vessels. It's really vulnerable to the aging and raging rays. Speaking of aging and raging rays, y'all know what comes next in the AM routine. Sunscreen, Hada Labo UV White Gel, hybrid sunscreen, moisturizing, no cast for me. Today, I am gonna organize the disaster that is the shelf of chaos above my washer dryer. I can't even begin to describe this chaos. Like, I don't know what, like there's mishmash stuff in each of these bins, which came from the Dollar Tree years ago. I'm sure there's stuff up here that I'm just not using that I would use if I knew or remembered I had it. No time like the present to start drumming. I think this goes to some kind of a window cleaner apparatus. This is the laundry detergent I currently am using, Nellie's, fragrance free. I love it. This or Arm & Hammer Sensitive Skin, those are my favorites. Go ahead and pour the refill bag into the tin. Each new bag comes with a new scoop. So I have like 5 scoops collected down here, and I don't really know what to do with them. Like, I'm not gonna throw them away, but I don't have any sort of immediate repurposing purpose for them, so they just collect in the tin. For me, laundry detergents, scented laundry detergents, they can end up triggering my eczema. This is a brand that comes from Canada. I get this on iHerb. People always comment about how I say iHerb like that, but a few years ago I did a sponsored video with them, and they explicitly said, please pronounce it iHerb. The longest time I've been calling it iHerb, but they wanted it to be herb. They were super specific about that. But I go back and forth. Herb, herb, I don't know. I don't give it that much thought. These are really good for cleaning the tub. Make sure you wear gloves though when you clean the tub, because the surfactants in cleaning products can really wreak havoc on your hands. I purchased these on the Amazonian thinking they would be handy to wipe off my treadmill, and they're not very good. This jewelry cleaning stuff I never use, but it's very good and handy to have. A toothbrush for cleaning gunk. I don't know why I felt this needed its own bag. What do we have in here? Microfiber cleaning cloths. This looks like something that was sent to me. Frey stain remover. I've never used these, so they are pretty old. I think they're gonna go bye-bye. I don't ever use fabric softener, and this was gifted to me, and I've just kept it up here because I don't know what to do with it. Like, I don't use it. And I could have donated it, but I just keep forgetting I have it. I wonder if this stuff expires. It probably doesn't. This seems like it's something that would be helpful to donate to a shelter. So I'm gonna put that in like a donate pile because I'm definitely not gonna be using it. This is what I use to wash my like silk sleep masks and my silk pillowcases. It's the Molly Suds. They also make a fragrance-free laundry detergent that's pretty good too. I likewise get this on the herb. So yeah, these are my current laundry staples. That and bleach, which I have down there. What's in here? This was a Costco winning purchase. They're collapsible laundry baskets. What's in here? Here's some more. These I got for Christmas. They're like, what are these exactly? Cleans clothes without bleach, so I'm kind of suspicious about these, but apparently it reduces scale, rust, and lime buildup in the washing machine. Some kind of eco-friendly laundry balls. I got those, and then I also got Greenwill Soapberry. I've never used these. I just got them recently. So that's an experiment waiting to happen. This looks like a laundry bag. A dryer ball. These are really good. They cut down on your dry time. This looks like some kind of a tool for my vacuum cleaner. This goes with this pole. This is like a squeegee. I never use this. I'm gonna donate this. It works well. I got it on the Amazonian. Like, check it out. You can put, I have a mixture in here of like dish soap, vinegar, and I guess just water. Works well to clean the windows with, but I'm gonna donate that because I don't wash windows. I just let them get dirty and blocks the sun. I'm kidding. More microfiber cloths. These are clean. These are clean. I'm just gonna wash all of these. I hear people talking up these, this is Scour Daddy, but I hear people talking up Scrub Daddy. Is it the same thing? I don't know where this came from, but there you have it. Okay. This is part of the vacuum cleaner. What do we have up here? Oh, Raid. Yep, gotta have that. Here in Texas. Rubbing alcohol. Here's one that's a disaster. All right, we have a mishmash here. I love these for dusting the treadmill. They work really well. Speaking of which, I need to do that. This I never use, but it works well. This is the handle that goes to the Swiffer. This must have fallen out of the box. WD-40, a newer can of Raid. I'm not sure what this is. Does this go to the Swiffer? Kind of looks like it, yeah. Looks like it's another one. And then this is part of the vacuum cleaner as well. This is also part of that squeegee system. I'm gonna donate. And DI water. Steamer. I bought this at Costco a few years ago and I love it. And a backup scrubbing bubbles. I'm gonna put that under the bathroom sink where I keep the rest of my bathroom cleaning things. All right, I'm just gonna collate all of the cleaning slash roach defense sprays into one. The ethanol can go in a bin and the WD-40 can go in here. I'm gonna wash everything in here, but this bin is gonna be microfiber towels. And then in this one, I'm gonna do all of my laundry supplies. So we have laundry detergent, we have delicate wash detergent, we have these mystery beads. I'm not sure what they do. I definitely need to vacuum back in here, that's for sure. I want to try and hang up my Shark steam mop from here so that it's up out of the way. So I have a handy dandy zip tie here, and I also have this ring. isn't handy dandy. All right, so I just did that in my closet. Organize my clothes based on color. I've seen a lot of people do this, and I think it's going to make getting dressed easier. So I mentioned how my closet is a bit of a disaster, and really what needs immediate attention, it's quite embarrassing, is the chaos of my dresser drawers. Like, I have been so bad lately. When I do my laundry, I just kind of stuff things in here. It's bad. And a lot of times, I'm embarrassed to admit, I just leave my folded clothes on top of my dryer because this has just gotten out of control. So I'm gonna go through here and organize. I don't have as many items of clothing as you might think. It's just they're in there chaotically and not put away properly, so they take up more space than they need to. Oh, and then I have my Dilemma jeans. Oh my goodness. So these jeans I purchased, I think 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. And I think I even purchased them with you guys because I have a hard time finding jeans that fit me. They're either too short, too long, or they bunch up around the ankles. I hate skinny jeans, glad they're gone. These were super discounted. Bought them with the intention of wearing them once the weather cooled down. Once the weather cooled down, months later, what did I discover? The person who checked me out did not take this thing off. Do I have the receipt? No. So I don't know what to do with these jeans because I feel like if I go back in the store and I'm like, can you take this off? They're gonna think I stole these, which I did not. I paid for them. But I don't, like, I don't know. Is there a way to get these off? Comment below. Like, do I need to go to Banana Republic and ask them to remove this? Or is there something you can buy? I mean, clearly thieves steal stuff all the time. How do they get these things off? Because I really want to wear these. They're just basic black jeans. Okay, lots of progress. I pretty much emptied out all these drawers, which if you're an OG, you'll recall when I actually got this dresser and I thought I had this lofty goal of lining the drawers with this contact paper, and it was the most difficult process because these drawers, they don't come out, and it was a lot harder than it sounds. I only made it, like, here's my sock drawer. I only made it to the 2 top drawers and then I gave up. I didn't make it all the way down. Anyway, everything is out. I moved a lot of things to the hang section. And then I have these little piles of chaos here. Although there's a method to the madness, I know it looks disastrous, but I needed to have everything just kind of in piles. I wonder if these little Dollar Tree, oh my goodness, they do fit in there. Oh, that gives me hope. All right, you guys, so pleased with myself. Check this out. Right here is underwear. I'm not gonna show you that. Sock drawer, and we've got black tanks, white tanks, navy tanks, tanks of different colors, more tanks, running shorts. Down here we have sweat shorts, my 32-degree activewear black t-shirts that I get from Costco, denim shorts, and a pair of khaki shorts back there. And then down here we have sleepwear, sleep tees, and swimwear. Just kind of stuffed there. So much better, right? That only took about 45 minutes. Well worth it. Are y'all ready to see the final finished product? It's amazing. Looks so much better, right? It's all tidy up there, neat as a pin. Cleaned off the front of my washer dryer. There's my little steppy stool. And then I love that I was able to hang this up so that it's out of the way and then easy to get down when I'm ready to steam mop. I put my steamer there with the distilled water, and then that's the bin with all of the like Raid and WD-40. The microfiber cloths, which I did wash, and then the sponges and Swiffer sheets, and then the laundry supplies. So much better. This thing, this octopus, I believe this came from IKEA. I use this to like hang up my silk stuff. I don't put silk in the dryer. You shouldn't do that. I just air dry it and I hang it up here, or like my sports bras I air dry. It's really handy. It doesn't take up much space either. All right, just hopped out of the shower and my skin on my face still a little bit damp, and I'm coming in with They love Fade Away Brightening Serum. This is bottle number 3 for me. It is a repurchase. I do an entire dropper's worth. I put it first to the back of my hand, and then I take with my finger and I put it on the right side. Take a little bit to the left side. And a little bit to the forehead. Dragging it down under my eyes, a little bit on my eyelids, and to my neck. This says kojic acid, arbutin, licorice root, and a bunch of hydrating ingredients. For me, it really brightens up my skin tone, my complexion. I love it. It was a 2022 discovery of joy and glowy happiness. It was featured in my best anti-aging serums of 2022 short video. So if you guys missed that, it should pop up in an eye in the sky. Real quickie, but yeah, that was a favorite one. It's great for discoloration, just improving the look of like sunspots. Now, earlier this week, or I don't know when it went up, should be up, I did a video on a condition called EDP, otherwise known as ashy dermatosis. It is a disorder where you develop oval to round patches of dark spots. It typically starts on the trunk and makes its way to the arms, the neck. It's really stubborn to improve. If you have that, this is not going to do anything. This is not going to address that issue. That's an entirely separate pattern, you know, the formation of those spots has nothing to do with what these ingredients target. And so check that video out if you missed it. And just like that, I'm in green and orange. What is this? What team is this? Green Bay Packers? Am I getting that right? Look at me. I thought they were like green and gold. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I like that song. Oh man, always running a song in my head. Okay, you know, I did the video recently about my 10 tips for chapped lips, and I got some questions about toothpaste. Yes, toothpaste definitely can contribute to chapped lips, dry, chapped, peely lips, because the flavorants, of course, can be irritating, and the SLS, which is pretty irritating. I mean, it's fine in skincare products because they're formulated to balance out any potential irritation from SLS. But my understanding in toothpaste is that the SLS is like much higher percentage, much greater amount. And it's necessary, you know, for the foaming and for like the fluoride. I don't know. But yeah, that definitely can be irritating. There's residue left behind on your lips. So make sure you get that off in total. Oh, let's try and get the backs of my hands with the residue there to get that collagen boosting. All right, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.